how are you? How is life? How is everything? Are you okay? How is the COVID-19 taking you? How is the lockdown doing you? Anyway, don't worry, dear. God is in control. No matter what we are going through, we shall still remain hopeful. We must really remain hopeful because God is at work. God is taking care of us, and with God, everything is very, very possible. I'm Nambusi Mirigoreti, a motivational speaker and a counselor for the young youth. Now, today I want us to share on one among the mistakes that the young youth do. And one of them is despising the people who do what? The people who take care of them. I have also been a young person one time, and I know that majority of the young youth go through that. They always want to despise the people who are taking care of them. Why? Because maybe it's because they do not understand their challenges. They haven't understood themselves as people. So maybe they are trying to pass on the blame game on someone else for their mistakes. But I think it's not right, as we shall share here. So you find some young youth go talking about the people who help them, that maybe, let me give an example. Maybe you can lose your parents, or even your parents may be alive, but maybe they cannot afford taking care of you. So maybe you get a relative, a friend to your parents, or any person with a good heart, and they decide to take care of you. But most of the times, these people have become discouraged. Why? Because of this mistake that most of the young youth are doing. Going talking bad about those people, despising them, disrespecting them, seeing them like they do not really deserve to be in charge of their lives. And that is bad. So that is why I want us to find out, to know the challenges and the bad impacts that come from this behavior. One of them is that when you do that, you kill blessings for yourself. Because one thing I know is that you kill the blessings that God would have given to you. Because I know by God putting you in the life of that person who maybe had mercy on you, or your mother's friend, father's, or your relative, besides your parents, or even your parents anyway, God had a reason why, and that reason was to give life to your purpose on earth. But don't think that it pleases God when He sees you despising those people. I do not think He is pleased with it. For you, how would you feel if someone is despising you when you're helping them? And I think that is why some people today already say that, to live with other people's children, I rather stay alone. Why? Because of this mistake. So young youth, be nice to people who are taking care of you. Be nice to people who are living with you, because they need the peace within their hearts. They need to be happy that they took you up. It should not be a mistake. Then another thing, it shows people how unwise you are. You see, when you go talking about people who have helped you, and that, to people who are wise, they will take it that you are really, really foolish. Why? Because they also start imagining, which kind of person is this? Like an example, there is some girl I know who was, like, she made 13, and the parents were forcing her into early marriage. So one of the aunties heard about that story and was like, no, I should take up this girl. So she took up the girl, educated her, took care of her like a parent would do. Everything, bought clothes, anything that a parent can do. And this girl, after school, she lost the memory of her background. So she came and told the auntie that, auntie, you know what? Thank you for taking care of me. So she gave back every cloth that the auntie had given to her. And she went telling people, my auntie has not been giving me anything. She has been treating me badly and what. And anyway, you see, people didn't believe that story, because they said, if she is the one who saved her from early marriage, how can it be true that she didn't give her anything? Because as we see now, she has finished school, she's graduating, and surprisingly, on her graduation party, she didn't even invite the auntie who took care of her. She invited the parents who wanted to force her into early marriage. So you see, so sometimes you share those things, you're telling people they are bad, they don't give me this, but I want to tell you, you are the one who is spoiling your reputation, because wise people will see you foolish, because they will be seeing the fruits of the other person. Then another thing, people will stop trusting you. You know why? Because they will wonder if you can spoil the name of the person who is taking full charge of you, feeding you, clothing you, educating you, and doing so many more things to you. What of them who do nothing to you? They will be like, if she can despise the people who help her, what of us who give her nothing? I think for us it will be worse. So that is why it is very bad to despise the people, or even to spoil their reputation, for those people who take care of you. Then another thing is that you discourage others from being there for you, supporting you and standing with you. Why? They will know that even if they try how, even if they do what, you will also despise them like you have despised these ones. Like an example, there was some girl, she had become I can say she has or had a talent in music, and she was singing from her hometown. So when she was hosted on one of the TVs in the country, the large TVs in the country, she was told to talk about where she began from and what, and those people were aware of where she began from. So when they talked about the place where she began from, her hometown, instead of praising those people, they brought me from far, they helped me here and there, and what, she just despised them. She said, you know what, those people don't know how to sing, they don't know music, they know nothing. Actually, I don't know what I was doing there. I was actually helping them to be there, and what. So since then, the people in her hometown stopped playing her music, and even in that country, those people, that big TV in that country, they didn't even play her music. So that, because why? She was discouraging people who are to support her. I'm very sure that if there were investors who are watching that show, they were like, if she cannot appreciate people who have got her from down, what of us who will also invest in her and we take her to the next level? That means the higher she goes, the more she forgets her beginning point. She forgets people who have brought her from down, trash, to glory. So you see, you make people lose faith in you, they don't trust you, and they will not support you. Why? Because every human being deserves to be praised, to be appreciated, to be recognized. So if you cannot do that for your fellow people around you, then don't expect even the people you haven't met to do those same things for you. Then the other point is that you damage your self-esteem. By doing that, you really damage your esteem. Why? Because whenever you're talking about those people who are helping you, I know you have a conscience right down inside your heart. You have also instincts that tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Even if I'm saying these people give me nothing, they don't help me, they are doing this to me, I just help them to be there, this and that. But I know deep down in your heart, you're sure that what you're doing is wrong. And that subconsciously affects your what? Your self-esteem. It lowers your confidence, because you're very scared that one day these people will know the mistakes you have been doing. They will know that what you're doing is bad, and besides, it even damages your relationships. An example, when I went to some secondary school, some girl was sharing to me about her friend that, counselor, how can we do about these people who ashame their homes, the homes they come from, that they eat like this, they do like this, they do what? Okay, you see, so the friends you're making, they will fear to like some will not trust you in relating with you. They will fear you to go to their homes, because they will be like, if she can talk the secrets in her home, then what about ours? If she comes to our home and finds it dirty, or she finds any mistake in her home, won't she take it at school? Since for her, she has a challenge of always talking the things from their home. She brings them at school, tells them to other people. So that will really lower your esteem when you have lost your relationships with good people. People don't want you to associate with you. They don't want you to go to their home, to be involved in their projects or what. So, my dear, don't despise the people who are helping you. We need people in this world. You cannot live alone in the world. You cannot live alone. And you need people to take you to the next level. So when you despise the people who are getting you from down to the top, they will also be discouraged to support you more. Even those who are planning to support you, they will be discouraged to do the same thing that the other people did for you. So that's why I'm encouraging you to let go of this mistake of despising the people who help you. If you feel you cannot live with them, if you feel you cannot stand them, share it with other elders who understand counseling. Because what I have noticed is that these youth or children who do this thing of despising, talking bad about the people who help them, have a tendency of sharing it with other people, and the people they share with, some of them, they don't know how to counsel such children or such youth. Instead, they take the sides of the other youth. They don't try to understand. Because one thing I know is that this youth comes talking about only what they want you to know. And this youth will tell you the mistakes of the other people, but they never tell their mistakes, and they never tell the reason why those people reacted as they did. So, parents, youth, adolescents, all the people watching this video, take note of that and let's learn from it. At any level of life, don't despise the people who help you. Whether you have become successful or whether you're still on your journey to success, do not despise the people who have been there for you, who have stood with you, who have guided you, who have helped you to be where you are today. I love you so much. I remain Nambusi Merigority, a motivational speaker and a counselor for the young youth. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I love you.